Morning.
Good morning.
How's everyone doing this morning?
Great.
Good, very good. Well, this morning, as the introduction mentioned, where are you, Susie? There you are. I'm going to speak to you about our new website. We have a few things on our agenda. The first part I'm going to move through pretty quickly because I want to get to the demo. But essentially, I'll speak to our site goals, what originally we set out to do for our current website, the rollout, what we did, how things were challenging at first, at least some of the issues that we had and changes that we made to it, and then go through a couple of demos at least to get you guys started, make sure everyone can get online, start playing with the features. Next week, we'll have a deep dive into the more advanced features and even get into some of the administration portion of the site, which I think is important, especially as we hand off some of those responsibilities to others. We originally set out last year with the help of Phil and Steve to create a new website for us, essentially to have a web presence, a public presence, to be able to market the club itself and bring in new members. And we've been able to do that. As a matter of fact, I think Andrew, among a few others, were among our members that just went to the site, were able to see what we offer, and as a result signed up for the organization. Also, it was meant as a document repository, a way for us to be able to look at templates, schedules, whatnot, that we received from Phil once again, and then from our current VP of Education. It is also meant as a central place for you to be able to communicate better with one another. So we have, for example, groups, various ways of being able to send messages to each other. That's not being used as much, and I'm hoping that we can get past that with these presentations. All right, let's move on. The initial rollout that we had was with Ning. If any of you are familiar with it, it was a free hosting solution at the time. It was a way for us to bring up a social site similar to Facebook that would serve our purpose in a very short amount of time. We were able to complete the design of the site and even compete within Toastmasters International for the design of our website. Also, it did act as a central document repository. We've been able to set up groups. We'll demonstrate that for you next week. The issues that we had, it was ad-based. Phil pointed out this very nicely at the onset. We had Google Ads running on the right side of the screen, and we had ads for the Ning network at the top and at the bottom. Very distracting. We also knew that we didn't have a domain, so it was a little tough for people to just find us. They had to go to octoasters.ning.com. All of that has changed. We now do have our own domain, octoasters.com. We no longer have any ads, and of course, we're paying for the hosting solution. But that all has a substantial amount of advantages to it. And with that, I'll actually get into the demo. So this is now what our website looks like. One thing you'll notice is on the right, there's no longer the ads. The Google ads are gone. Ads at the very top for Ning, gone. Bottom of the page, gone. The only pieces that anyone has access to without signing up for the site are the homepage, which has information about the site, as well as, about the organization, as well as a contact us form that helps site visitors fill out their name, email information, be able to ask information of us so that we can potentially bring them in and make them club members. Once a person signs up, though, let's say they don't have a club membership, they want to sign up for a site, they can. They simply have to provide a few bits of information. However, we now have that moderated. This was as a result of requests to have more privacy for information that we post on there, especially the videos that Scott does a wonderful job capturing for us in each session. That approval goes, at this point, to me, when I have to actually find out whether or not that particular individual is also a club member before approving them. But once they become a member of the site, a moment here. Once any one of you becomes a member of the site, you're able to log in. So I'll go in with my login here.
Does everybody know how to sign in?
That's what he's showing.
Correct. If you like, I can actually go through this one more time. So the sign-in process, there are actually two links for it. On the right, you'll notice there's a sign-in link, and at the top, we also have a sign-in link. In either case, once your membership is approved, you just have to provide your email address that you signed up with and your password. Let me back up one moment. When you do sign up, we now also have an additional feature that we've added where we want to confirm that your email address is a valid one. So you will receive an email from the site asking you to confirm your email address by simply following the link that's sent out to you. And once on the site, I apologize as I kneel down to navigate, you now have access to invite others to the site, access your own homepage where you can add any additional applications, collaborate. This is where the groups live, as well as a forum for you to hold discussions. You can view the various members that belong to the club, the events that we've set up, as well as the videos that Scott captures or the photos that various members have posted. Access the document repository to get the templates, schedules for our club, as well as look under help for frequently asked questions about the site as well as our club. I'm going to stop right here. What I want to make sure of is, first of all, you've all understood what we have so far, and all of you take the moment, if you haven't already visited the site recently, or if you don't have a membership to the site, to spend the time this week, go to the site, sign up for it, explore it a bit, and then come back next week as we start looking at each one of these items a little bit more deeply. I'll stop there and I'll ask if you guys have any questions so far. Kevin?
Can you link it up to like Facebook, LinkedIn? Is there a simple way to share it that way?
There are actually two, that feature exists, yes. You have the ability to actually make announcements as well as you described it, link it up. It's to two different social network sites, and that's Twitter and Facebook.
Great. Great.
Yes?
At some point in your presentation, will you be showing us how to actually access the group's videos? I've struggled with that in the past.
Absolutely, we can go over that next week. Yeah. Any other questions? All right, so my word of advice for this week, please go to the site, visit it, and make sure that you sign up for your new membership if you haven't already done so.
Thank you, Arash. This is information we need.